After all the beef, the pork, the chilies...
And the ducks.
And the ducks, yes, and the ducks. We got a craving for lamb.
And what better country to cook lamb than Greece?
Well, that's for sure. It's indigenous here. And by the way, lamb was the first animal that humans ever domesticated. And we're going to make a recipe inspired from a Greek taverna we visited recently.
Well, in Greek cuisine, we always trust.
That's for sure. It's excellent cuisine. I have here 3 beautiful leg of lambs, nicely trimmed by our butcher. A little bit of fat. We're not going to do anything to that. That's just going to add flavor. And the prep time is minimal.
But the result is divine.
Oh, mama, that's going to be so good. We start with some garlic, just cut into quarters. We're going to give it a bit of salt and a bit of freshly cracked black pepper. Massage that in a little bit here. We want that to follow the garlic into the meat. I'll show you how we're going to do that. Just get it mixed up here with salt and pepper. Then we take one of our beautiful legs here, and then we're going to make some holes and stuff in pieces of garlic like this. Make sure they're nice and deep.
That will give so much flavor to the meat.
It's fantastic.
That's the best garlic ever when it comes out of the either lamb or beef. You know, you can put it in many.
Oh, that didn't want to go in. Yeah, well, there we go. Better. Make a new one here. And we just continue until we have all 3 legs done. All the garlic in. Now we want to get some seasoning on these. And we're going to go simple here with some nice sea salt. And you want to give them quite a coating here because they are big and lamb fat goes so well when it's salty. Beautiful. So, nice coating of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. As mentioned many times before, I do this in a coffee grinder before we start because it's faster, so you don't have to watch me working a pepper mill. So that looks good. Give that a good pat down, and then we flip them around. And we do the same on the other side. And now we let that sweat for maybe 5-10 minutes just so the spices, they sit nicely, the seasoning sits nicely. And then I'll see you at the stove. First things first, we gotta get some sear on our lamb. I have my pot oil running here on, what was it, medium high. And then we give it some avocado oil. You want a nice high smoke point here. You don't need to add too much because there is fat in the lamb, but just to get it started. So, in with the first one to get a good sear. And you have to hold it a little bit, you know, forwards and backwards, so you get a nice sort of even sear on this. Let's see how they are doing now. As I told you, I've been holding them a little bit in different angles. Ah, that looks good, huh? So let's give them a good sear on the other side. And then I'm only missing one. So we can continue with the sauce. We took out the meat, and don't worry that I put it back in the same pot because it's still raw and it's going to cook for a long time. To the pan we're going to add a little bit more avocado oil, not too much. And then we go in with a couple of handfuls of whole shallots. And you want to keep them whole for this. And we just want to give them a quick sear. It's amazing how fast that smells good. Just move them around here. Turn the heat down to, let's say, medium-low. And when they start to get a little bit of color, we don't want to give them too much here. We go in with a healthy amount of tomato paste. I think these 2 cans is what, 400 grams?
Yeah, about that.
This is, and we want this to cook out a little bit, the tomato paste. That's important because otherwise it has like a tart kind of flavor. I can't explain it, but you want to cook it a little bit. So move it around with the onions here. Let it cook out a couple of minutes.
That smells excellent.
Yeah, it does. And it's gonna give a lot of flavor. Well, I don't think lamb in red sauce is common in many places apart from here in Greece.
I don't know. I haven't eaten it somewhere
If you know anything about it, leave us a comment down below because...
Maybe in Italy, maybe they make it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, leave a comment if you know anything about that because to me, lamb in red sauce, that's very Greek.
It's all Greek to you.
It's all Greek to me. That's true. So when this is cooked out a little bit, we're going to go in with half a liter of white wine to deglaze the pan. And mix that in. And then we're going to let it cook off the alcohol and lift up the fond from the bottom of the pan. So let that come up to a simmer and release all of the vapor. This is ready to add some chicken stock. Homemade chicken stock, link down below. This is super good. It's liquid gold. We might have, when we get this in the oven pot, we might have to add some water, but this stock is more than dense enough that it can carry a little bit of extra water. Then we're going to give it 100 milliliter of good Greek extra virgin olive oil. You want olive oil in your sauce. And what do you say? 1, 2,
3.
3?
Oh, 2, whatever. I don't know how strong you want it.
3 sticks of cinnamon, because red sauce in Greece without cinnamon, no. That's not how it works.
You don't do it.
A little bit of bahar, 10, 12 of them. If you can't get your hands on bahar, you could put red peppercorns or peppercorns, but bahar is nice, it has a nice flavor. A tablespoon of finely chopped fresh rosemary. And then we're going to give it a good pinch of salt. We're going to taste it later, but I want some salt now to bind the flavors together, so healthy pinch of sea salt. And now we just want to let this get to a simmer before we assemble everything in our oven pot. Time to put everything together. And I got new heat gloves for Christmas. Very nice ones. I'm happy. So we get our pot here. It's just been sitting for 5 minutes. Oh, now the cinnamon is coming through here. We get this into our oven pot. Actually, as we said, this is a one pot proposition. But since we are cooking always like crazy amounts of meat, it doesn't fit in here, so we have to take it to another pot. But that's what it is. Everything goes in here. That looks good. This goes back. And we are going to nestle in our beautiful legs of lamb here. We are going to need a little bit of water here. We don't want to submerge them, but we want them to be more covered than they are here. So let's move this around and get them in. A little bit of hot water here. As I said, we don't want to submerge them, but we want them covered, let's say 2/3 of the way up, maybe, something like that. It will evaporate again and we're going to get a nice thick red sauce. I think that does it. Then we cover this up and we put it in a preheated oven, middle rack, 160, 170 degrees. And we let it live in here for a couple of hours, 3 hours. We'll check in on it because we want this to be fall off the bone. 1.5 hours in, so let's give this a test to see where we are. It's definitely, it doesn't smell good here. It smells fantastic. It's amazing. Opa, there we are. Let's see.
Woohoo!
I'm not looking for temperature here. I'm just going for feel. It's getting there. You see, it resists a little bit when I pull it out, so it needs some more. I say we put this in without the lid so we get the sauce to thicken up a bit. What do you say?
Yeah, and then we check maybe in half or 40 minutes to see how it's going.
Definitely half an hour at least, probably more, but we'll check. But it goes in without a lid and we let it continue. Almost an hour. Now we're going to give it a test again here because the smell has gotten better. That's for sure. Let's see how this is doing. Ooh, that looks very good actually.
Ooh.
Let me see how this, and look, the sauce has thickened up quite nicely actually. That looks good.
The top is crisped nicely also.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit under the broiler though, because it is still a little bit softy.
Soft,
I want, yeah, But let me taste the sauce now. I want to see how much salt we need, if we need any more.
It looks a lot like my grandmother's on a Sundays when she was cooking it. I look forward to it.
This is good, but we are going to need a little bit more salt here. I would say for that amount, a tablespoon of salt. That's what we are needing here. Spread the love around a little bit. And I'm going to give that a good stir here on the sides. This is going to be good. And it's so simple, the recipe, but it's very good. I love it.
Yeah.
Now I want to switch to the broiler. So we give it a little bit from the top there, maybe 5 minutes, just for the salt to set in the sauce and give it a little bit more crisp on top.
And then we're ready to taste.
Yeah, then we're going to let it rest for 10 minutes and then we're tasting. Well, if that is not a thing of beauty, I don't know what is. It smells fantastic, it looks fantastic. So let's see what we did here.
Let's see if it tastes fantastic.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try, of course, but I'll try and do it on this side so you can see what's going on here with our meat here. Oh, look at this. This is like fall apart tender. This is basically pulled lamb.
True, it is.
It is. Look, you could pull this and serve it in tacos if you wanted to. This is just
or
perfect.
Greek pita.
Or a Greek pita.
Otherwise, you can serve it with potatoes.
Yeah. Now I didn't put any red sauce here because I want to taste the meat, but it smells fantastic. And with the garlic, it's coming out strong right now. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Nishimen, Shishimen.
What's that? Chinese?
That's Chinese, yeah.
Okay.
That is just fantastic. It is fall off the bone tender, juicy, and super tasty. This is just simplicity at its best. So give it a shot.